Hello, welcome back to Bad's Garage. We need to make a start on blocking up this breather pipe on this Zx7r tank, because basically once that's done, you see, because I've now got the new vented cap, I can block off that drain, but I'm going to block it off in such a way whereas I can potentially get it back. So yeah, I'm not gonna go nuts with the totally blocking off. I'm only going to block it up from the top, and hopefully I'm going to try and get some around the fracture. That's the plan anyway. But we'll get the cap off and we'll have a bash with this tank mate, whatever it is it's called. We'll give that a bash. So yeah, we just need to take the cap off for a short while, just so we can get to the pipe. Right, so basically what we've got to do is we're going to block up this hole here, and then we've also I don't know if you can see that copper pipe just there. Let me get my torch. Well, you say it's copper, it's rusted, so it can't all be fully copper. So that coppery looking pipe there, there is actually some surface rust come back on there, but I'm not going to worry about that for now. Yeah, the bend on that coppery looking pipe has got a fracture underneath there, so I've got to kind of try and put a piece of that stuff on the corner of there, if I can do that. If I can't do that, I'm not going to worry about it. We'll just block it off at the top, and then we'll put a piece of pipe on the other end, and we'll bend it, kink it over, and tie wrap it, and it'll be good enough, because we've now got the ventilation from the new cap. And I don't know if I've shown you that before, but the cap has basically got this vent on it with a tube just to release any pressure. I have actually nicked that pipe, haven't I? Don't know how I've managed that. Yeah, we'll sort that. Anyway, let's have a look at this stuff. Alright, so it basically tells you, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to read that, but basically what it tells you is you cut the required amount off the tube, you mix it to a uniform colour, and then you apply it to the area that you want to seal, and it takes about 5 minutes for it to start to harden, but you're supposed to leave it for 12 hours. But we'll take a piece off, and we'll try and because we'll try and sort the hardest bit out first, and that'll be that pipe. We just need to put a bit of brake cleaner or something on it just to clean it off, and then we'll apply some of this stuff. You know, it's got two chances: it works or it don't, doesn't it? And you know, if it doesn't work, then it will just be a case of blocking the top and plugging the bottom. Right, and so my idea of putting this around that pipe, that no, that's not happening. It's to try and stick it on there. It's just no. I kept dropping it in the tank. Luckily, I was able to get it back out. But so I've abandoned the idea of trying to patch the fracture in the pipe. So basically, what I've done is we have blocked up that hole, and obviously now this will act as the vent. The only problem you're going to have is you're not going to get drainage on any of the rainwater. But it's just the way it goes, in it. That can't be helped. See, you know, apart from taking this to a fabricator and have him drill either end of that pipe out, to get the pipe out and replace it and resolder a new pipe in. That's the only way you can actually fix it properly. And someone did come up with that idea on one of the previous videos, and you know, it's obviously doable. He's, you know, I think the guy did it himself. But yeah, it just involves drilling the end out there, drilling the end out the other side, and then pulling the pipe out the tank while feeding a fresh copper pipe through, and then just soldering each end. But yeah, apart from that, I mean, most people just do this and just block it off. You know, the only other problem is obviously water getting underneath there, which you know, I don't often go out in the rain with this bike anyway, so it's not really going to be that big an issue. But it's something I could consider fixing 100% properly in the future. So now that's blocked off there, basically all I'll do is I'll refit the extended drain hose onto the bottom of there, but I'll just kink the end and tie wrap it shut, so fuel is going to be able to go down that pipe, but it's not going to be able to escape. Actually, I might not be able to. I might not use the whole thing because I don't want that whole pipe full of fuel. So I'll probably just put a little piece of pipe on the end and fold that over and crimp it. So we're going to get this cap back on. I'd like to show you how this works, to be honest. So it's quite clever the way it vents, because it doesn't vent through here. It actually vents out through the sides, but it does work. I was a bit uncertain when I ordered it, but now I've got it in my hand. You know, I can blow through this pipe here, and air comes out of this bit here. So obviously this is sealed from the outside world, so the inside of the tank is sealed away, and any pressure that builds up goes up through this cap and then out through this vent, which then escapes out the sides, because this isn't sealed here. I was considering sealing that, but then by doing that you're then losing your ventilation. So yeah, it's all about compromises, I'm afraid, with this tank, unless I pay to have it properly fixed. But on a tank that's not damaged, you know, the likelihood of it getting damaged while having it done, I don't know. It's like, you know, at the minute it's not that important, so we're not going to worry about it now. We just don't want to have the fuel falling out of the tank. That's basically why we're having to block it off. Alright, so we've got the cap in place. I have actually trimmed that pipe down a little bit because it was running around that edge there, but I've noticed once I took it off that it was actually being pinched by all of the bolts that were going around. So now I've cut the pipe short, and it just runs around the back of that screw there and stops around here. So it still vent the same. You just won't have a long pipe running around there. Now I've just got to draw this down till these are in, and then take my time pulling it down, because it does take a bit of tugging down to get it sealed and looking right flush with the top of the tank. So that's the cap all nicely down, and that should, let's see, open up nice and easy. Yeah, that's it then. So basically then when it vents, it will come up the underside of this cap through that vent there, and it should vent around this outer edge here, because that's obviously not sealed. That's the theory anyway, but you know, there's not really a way of actually testing that. but I can't see why it wouldn't. So yeah. Yeah, I'm right. Yeah, I have to sit and think about it, because just you think, you know, that you think, oh well, that's sealed up, but it's coming up. It's basically coming up through here. Actually, I'll show you. Yeah, so the cap's got a seal right at the top, so that seals right on this top edge here, and the vent. Oh, yes. Yeah, the vent is that hole just there, just here. So the cap's sealed up there, so this here is open to that vent, and then it just vents. Yeah. So yeah, I'm right what I said in the first place. So yeah, that's the cap on. The hole is blocked. The hole is blocked. I've just got to bung up the other end, and the tank's good to use. When I find, obviously I'm going to have to take these off, because these are there. I put these on when I went to Assen to stop my leathers chafing on the paint. I'm going to find something a bit better. These are just cheap eBay sticker panels, but yeah, they're no good now. So I'd like to get some of those gel ones, but yeah, we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Anyway, I think we can probably chuck this tank on so it's out of the way. Let's do that. Alright, so I do have to quickly put the tap on. So I'm going to, I'll put a new gasket on that. I'm going to screw this side into here, and because that's obviously where that bolt snapped in there, there's not a whole heap of thread there for the lock nut. So basically what I'm going to do, just to be doubly careful, I'll put some thread lock onto that, just to be on the safe side, but I'm sure it'll be fine anyway. I was going to perhaps grind a bit of that face off, but I would struggle to get in far enough to make it effective. So yeah, let's get this bolted in. Alright, so that's in, and I'm sure that's going to be fine. Just need to put the tap on, and then we can stick the tank on the bike, thankfully. But first I need to cut a bit of pipe just to bung that up, because that's going to be an issue if I don't. There you go. So that's, where are we? There you go. Zip tie bunged up. Let's get the tank on. Alright, so the tank is now on the bike. I'm basically now gonna, what remains of that fuel there, I'm gonna throw in that tank, see if it leaks. I don't think it will, but yeah. Let's do that. Right, I can't see any leaks. I thought that was a leak then, but that was me just rocking this. I can't see any leaks. It would have shown itself pretty quickly, I would have assumed. So what I've got to do now is when I get chance, get that refilled, just keep topping this up till the tank's full. And once I know that I'm above the, because I never really got this down to the reserve anyway, and the the little grill that's on the reserve is actually broken at the minute. So I may have to purchase a new tap for this at some point, but they're very expensive. But it's not going to, as long as I don't use the reserve, it should be fine anyway. I mean, it would work on reserve, it's just it won't be filtered before it goes to that filter. So yeah, I'll get some more fuel in the next day or two, and then we can just make sure that it starts up on its own tank. But we'll give it till tomorrow just to see if it leaks, which I don't think it will do, because it would have shown itself already by now. But anyway, that's the tank back on. We're just gonna give this a polish. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Cheers.